So, what does it really take to become an expert in the age of AI? Not just someone who uses it, but someone who actually architects and perfects these incredible systems. Well, today, we're going to find out by tearing down a real world resume.
That's the big question, right? To get to the bottom of it, we're looking at the career of Snehalatha Momidi. We're going to dive into her skills, the impact she's made, and her journey to see if we can build a kind of blueprint for what expertise looks like on this new frontier.
And boom, right out of the gate, her summary hits you with these massive, tangible results. This isn't just talk. This is about delivering serious, real-world value, huge efficiency gains, and major cost savings. This one sentence tells you everything. She's not just in the game, she's leading it. Okay, so to really get what she does in AI, we first have to understand the mission of modern quality engineering. And, it's about so much more than just finding bugs. The term you gotta know is SDET, Software Development Engineering and Test. The key word there is hybrid. This is not your traditional tester who just clicks around looking for problems. An SDET is an actual engineer. They write code, they build systems, and their entire job is to bake quality in from the very start. And this slide just lays out the difference perfectly. See, traditional QA is reactive. You wait for something to break, and then you try to fix it. A modern SDT, though, is proactive. They build automated systems that stop bugs from ever even happening. It's a total mindset shift, from being an inspector to being an architect of quality. All right, so let's take that proactive mindset and apply it to the most exciting, most complex frontier out there right now, artificial intelligence. Because how in the world do you quality check a system that can literally think for itself? And we're not talking about some simple little program here. Her resume shows she is directly responsible for putting the heavyweights of AI through their paces. We're talking GPT-4o, Gemini 1.5, Claude. These are the most powerful and complex systems humans have ever built. So how does she even begin to tackle that? Well, she breaks it down into clear, measurable metrics. She tests for groundedness, which basically means, is the AI telling the truth or is it just making stuff up? She tests its reasoning. Can it actually think logically? And of course, reliability. Is it going to perform consistently every single time? This is how you bring real engineering discipline to the abstract world of AI. Okay, now let's talk about the results, the actual impact. We saw this number at the very beginning, and it is a big one, 60%. So what does that really mean? It means she built an AI system whose job is to investigate other systems. So when something goes wrong, her automated system finds the root cause. This cuts the time that human experts have to spend digging around by more than half. That is a game-changing efficiency gain. But the impact isn't just about saving time, which is huge. There's another massive number on her resume, 40%. And this one is all about the bottom line. It's about saving money. Look, using these big AI models is super expensive. Every time you ask it a question, it costs money in what are called tokens. She managed to slash those costs by 40% by being smart about how and when to use these models. That's a strategic move, not just a technical one. Let me paint a picture for you of what this looks like in action. She actually built an autonomous agent. So this thing is constantly watching system logs. The second it spots a problem, it automatically starts its own analysis. And then it sends a smart alert to the right people with all the context they need. It's a system that manages other systems. So, what kind of skills do you need to build all of this stuff? What are the actual building blocks of this kind of mastery? Let's take a look at the toolkit. Okay, this table basically lays out her entire technical arsenal. You see deep programming skills like Python and Java. You see all the critical automation tools like Docker. Of course you see the cutting-edge AI tools, but look at that last row, compliance. Things like Swift for finance and FDA for healthcare. This is proof that her work is trusted in industries where there is absolutely zero room for error. Yeah, a toolkit like that is not something you pick up at a weekend boot camp. This level of expertise is forged piece by piece over a long, long journey of constantly learning and adapting. I mean, just look at this career path spanning over 25 years. It tells a story. She started with global banking, then massive systems at Comcast, then into the highly regulated world of FDA compliance at Johnson & Johnson, healthcare data systems, and finally, leading AI quality in finance. Every single step was a new, more complex challenge. And that's the key, right? The common thread running through her entire career is this focus on high-stakes industries, where failure is simply not an option. We're talking finance, healthcare, clinical trials. These are places where quality isn't just a goal, it's a requirement.
So if we boil all this down, what are we left with? What are the core pillars of an expert like this? Well, we've seen her technical mastery in that toolkit. We've seen her strategic impact in those incredible savings. But there's a third pillar that's just as important.
And this quote just nails it. See, true expertise isn't just about what you can do yourself, it's about what you enable other people to do. It's about mentoring teams, building tools that make everyone better, and really leading from the front.
So there it is. That's the blueprint. Real expertise in this AI age isn't any one thing. It's this powerful combination of deep, hard-earned technical skill, a clear focus on measurable strategic impact, and the leadership that lifts up everyone around you. And that leaves us with one last, pretty important question to think about. We all know AI is building our future at a mind-bending speed. But what this breakdown really shows is just how critical these architects of quality are, the experts working behind the scenes. It really makes you wonder, who's making sure it's all being built right?